but they will help you speed up your metabolism, reduce body bloating, decrease inflammation, improve insulin secretion, enhance skin firmness, reduce sagging, and it's a different way to include these in your daily routine. I have boiling water here. You can probably see the steam coming off it. The first thing I'm going to add is the pineapple peel. Remember, the peel is extremely diuretic and will give our recipe a natural sweetness without adding any carbohydrates. When we make tea from pineapple peel, it gives that sweetness, that nice pineapple flavor, but it doesn't add a significant amount of carbohydrates, which is really interesting. So I've already told you that pineapple peel will help you reduce bloating a lot. It's very diuretic and it will make you want to pee more often. To this here, I'm going to add cinnamon, which is also naturally sweet, so you won't need to add any sweetener. And cinnamon has a really interesting property of helping to sensitize insulin. In other words, it makes the insulin you produce more easily recognized by your cells, so you secrete less insulin, which is helpful for making the weight loss process easier. I'm also going to add green tea to our preparation here. It might sound silly to some people, but not everyone knows what green tea is. Green tea isn't just any tea that's green. People have asked me if parsley is green tea or if cilantro is green tea. They're not. It's a specific tea from a specific herb, and it says on the label that it's green tea. When you go to buy it, pay attention to that. Now I'm going to add 2 super anti-inflammatory ingredients. One of them is ginger, which will also give our recipe a really special flavor. And I'm also going to add turmeric here. Turmeric naturally is a powerful anti-inflammatory, along with ginger. Both are very antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, excellent for the good health of our body. And we already know that a less inflamed body is a body that loses weight more easily. You saw that I added some thermogenic ingredients here like ginger, green tea, and cinnamon. I have several videos here talking more about how to speed up your metabolism, tips for losing weight, and I'll put several links down below in the description, so take a look. We need to wait for all of this to infuse into the water about 15 minutes, so I'm going to cover it here to make the infusion easier, and I'll be back soon to strain this and add 2 more very special ingredients, so hang on. 15 minutes have passed, so let's carefully strain this tea we made. I'm going to slowly strain it into this bowl here, just to make sure we don't make too much of a mess. Look at the beautiful color it turns. It's truly a wonderful color. So now I'm just going to take the spoon and press it down a bit so we can extract everything here. By pressing gently and evenly, we make sure to get all the flavors and juices out of the mixture, leaving nothing behind. There we go, that looks good. And now I'll take what we've just finished pressing and move it over here to the next step. And now the first of the 2 ingredients I mentioned I was going to use. But first, I'm going to pour a bit of our liquid here. And now I'm going to hydrate my unflavored colorless gelatin. I have a video here on the channel talking about the benefits of gelatin and collagen because in fact, gelatin is simply cooked collagen. So it's really quite interesting for us to consume it. It's beneficial for the skin, hair, and joints. I have a video here where I talk a bit more about that. Now, I'm going to add a little more liquid because we're hydrating the gelatin here, and we'll need to make sure everything dissolves thoroughly and evenly. You saw that I kept gradually adding liquid here until it was fully hydrated, but now let's dissolve it thoroughly so that it becomes a liquid. Then we'll mix in the rest and complete the total volume. Look, I've already dissolved our gelatin and I also heated up our tea because I'm going to combine one with the other to make sure everything is well dissolved. The color looks beautiful because of the turmeric. Let's dissolve it here so everything is well mixed. And there's just one last ingredient left, which is the apple cider vinegar. Don't worry because it won't taste like apple cider vinegar. The amount is small. But remember that apple cider vinegar has several wonderful properties for our bodies. One of them is that it's super antioxidant, and it also helps with insulin sensitivity, helps reduce abdominal circumference because it improves insulin resistance, so it's a great addition. If there are still some of those small bubbles remaining, that's not a problem at all because that's just from the gelatin. Now, I'm going to grab a container here and carefully pour our mixture in so we can put it in the fridge and wait for it to cool down. I mentioned earlier that I was going to fill it up to the top, but I decided it's not necessary because actually I want them to be a bit shorter and more concentrated in flavor, so they'll taste better. I'll be back in a bit once they're ready to cut them into pieces and tell you more about how much you should eat and all that.